Welcome to the IHN show, ladies and gentlemen. And in today's episode, this is number 90, where it is June 11th, Tuesday, today. An unusual day for us to record, because we had stuff going on Monday that we will get to here in just a second. And I'd also like to say and open up the show by saying we are officially 10 episodes away from episode number 100.
Yes.
Can you believe it?
Oh boy, counting down. Keep going. I'm busy doing stuff over here.
Alright, while he's writing his stuff down for the next NASCAR and IndyCar race.
Which we both have at least 2 weeks off. In fact, we do
Really?
have exactly 2 weeks off. Because next week is Father's Day.
Father's Day, that's right. Well, let me get out the IndyCar schedule here.
They race at Road America next.
That is coming on June 23. We'll keep you up to date with that.
And the NASCAR is at Sonoma.
Yeah,
June
it's going to be a
23rd.
good race. I'm going to watch the race at Sonoma, I believe.
because it's going to be a different track layout than last year.
Really?
They're going back to the original track layout because it's the 50th anniversary of Sonoma.
Wow, I did not know
for
that.
NASCAR there, but as the track.
Yeah.
50 years. There we go. Okay. Oh, bobblehead fell over. Hold on. More technical difficulties. And I don't even have the iPad. Oh, we are just starting out swell.
Well, I better get that before we tell our viewers about what we bought at the track.
Well, I will start explaining since you cannot see what one of us bought. At least. Ma'am. There we go. Alright. So, if you remember, this past weekend, on Saturday, me and Andrew went to Michigan International Speedway for the, the LTI Printing 250.
Correct.
For the Xfinity Series.
Yep, the Bush Series.
The
Bush Series.
as my dad still calls it. Oh, jeez, you get a free dinger.
Why? What'd I do?
Thing.
Okay, and?
Hold on, you'll find out in a minute. Let me give you the dinger first, and then I'll tell you.
Alright, let me hear the dinger.
Alright. That's loud.
Oh, wow, nice. Worked on the first try. What are the odds of that?
2-1. Well, it's pretty loud because I have to turn it up for World of
something else.
Our live streams.
Okay.
You get a free dinger right off the bat because with you bringing down the iPad, you wrote it down at the correct time that it is at 22% battery life.
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
Can't make this stuff up, ladies and germs. So, alright, gotta get all my stuff out. I'm super busy, haven't had time to check my shorts. Trust me. Okay. But I still gotta fill out the fantasy. Do that and that. Gonna give you your one dinger so I don't forget. Dingers. Anyway, so we went to Michigan for the Xfinity Series race. We got there at about 11:15. No,
Yep.
we got there about 10:30. We got there about 10:30, except we didn't get to our seats till about 11:05 because we decided to go to the merchandise hauler, and the first hauler and the only hauler that we went to first was the
Chase Elliott hauler mobile.
Yep, and I walked up, being the Dutch boy I am,
And me.
I saw instantly they were running a 2-for-1 special. Well, I should say they were running a deal, really.
Yeah.
2 for a discount.
Yeah.
So, here it comes. This is the number 24 Chase Elliott
Hooters mobile.
with the tiny ass spoiler. Can't even barely see it.
On the back.
On the back. This was $25 at the track, but if you bought 2, it was $40. So, Harold gave me 20, and I gave him 1, and now we both have a number 24 Chase Elliott Hooters mobile.
Mobile.
So,
Not only that, he has something on his head he has to explain.
I got a Hooters mobile hat. Just says Hooters on the front. It says number 9. It has number 9 on the back. It says Hendrick Motorsports on the side. Good stuff.
And
then I also it's dirty. I wore it yesterday. I bought a Choice. Everything I bought was Choice Elliott. And everything I bought was in the number 9 Hooters mobile, or the Hooters mobile, I should say.
Yeah.
So I got a Chase Elliott shirt. It's black, and it's got like orange. I'm sure I'll wear it on the show once you guys can see it.
He got that dirty too.
Well, I wore that yesterday to work.
Oh, nice.
So and to the racetrack. So
nice.
And then I also got a number 9. Oh, I left it upstairs.
Well, I better go grab it again.
It's sitting right by the dining room table. You can't miss it. It's in a box. You can't miss it.
In a box.
It's big and orange. Can't miss it.
Yeah.
I also got a number 9. Take a guess. Chase Elliott Hooters mobile flag. A 3x5 flag. Just tearing it up. And the first thing I do when I come home, or the first thing my dad says when I come home is, "So, how much money did you just spend?" I'm like, "That is an undisclosed amount of information right there, honey bunches." So as Harold goes, gets that. Hey!
Alright, time to spread this bad boy out and show all our viewers here.
It is the Hooters mobile. Oh, keep coming this way. Keep coming this way. Keep coming this way. The Hooters mobile.
Number 9, Chase Elliott mobile.
And then on the back, it's actually different pictures on both sides.
Really?
And then on the back, it looks like that. It's a front end.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez. Smooth move base.
Slipped out of my hand. There we go. Okay, so now, look at that, huh? That's pretty good.
From the words of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, she's a beaut, Clark. That's good stuff. I will hang that as soon as the show's over.
About right there.
Yes, in the camera shot. I promise. I meant to do that, and then I got busy doing other stuff, considering I wasn't even at home yesterday until about midnight. So, that is the fun we did. Harold, it is now your turn to explain what you bought at MIS.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
And it gets better. And then we have to tell some stories about that, too.
Oh, does it ever? For story time. Okay.
Right, for once, we have story time.
Now,
all right, you're up, Harold.
What I bought, ladies and gentlemen.
Shut up!
Is if you want to look on the shelves and look all the way to the left, this car right up here, I don't have 10 cars anymore. I have 11. Ladies and gentlemen, check this out. I bought myself, I got this on a discount. This is one of the last ever cars Dale Earnhardt Jr. has ever driven in the NASCAR Monster Energy Cup series. This 88 Exalta car, red, white, and black, gorgeous paint scheme, I found was $20 on a discount instead of 35 or 40 bucks or 65 or whatever the higher prices were. So I decided to buy myself this, make this look nice, get another diecast for the show.
And then his 24 Hooters mobile car is at his house.
Is at my house. Yeah, hanging up. So it doesn't tell me the year, but I would assume this is what, 2015?
I would assume that's the year he retired.
15 or 16?
17.
Oh, this is 17?
I would say 16 or 17. Look at the tiny spoiler on it.
Yeah. Somewhere around there, but other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I also bought...
That might be 16 because this is obviously 2016 because this is Chase's second year in the number 9.
Yeah.
And he wasn't sponsored by Hooters his first year racing.
Yep.
So,
right. What I was gonna say is I also bought myself another diecast. It was the number 9 Chase Elliott Napa Auto Parts mobile.
Oh, that's wrong.
Huh?
It's the Napa wagon.
The Napa wagon, that's it.
The Napa wagon.
However, that wagon is for my dad for Dad's Day because I wanted to get him something, and I haven't gotten him anything yet, so I figured I'd get that.
Good stuff.
So, other than that, we will now move on
and
to...
That's a current paint scheme.
Yeah, it is, yeah. We will now move on into story time.
Alright, story time. I'll lead it off.
Our producer, Ed, is going to lead us in.
Alright, so... Would you quit beep?
What I do?
Quit beeping at me.
Problem solved.
So, when we first dug on the MIS, after making about 5 pit stops, one, because... Oh, yeah, okay, then we have great story time here. So we start off story time with, we go to Speedway here. The fuel provider of IndyCar.
Yep.
We go to a Speedway here to get, because my dad got me a $40 Speedway gas card, and Speedway is a very common gas station around us, at least in the Midwest.
Yeah, for sure.
So we go to the one near our house as we get onto Interstate blank.
Yeah.
We go inside. Oh, well, I got a $40 gas card. I was using my mom's car because my car doesn't, its AC wasn't working. It's working now, but AC wasn't working, and it was going to be 85 that day, and I was like, I'm not going to go home down the highway with the windows down.
Yeah.
I mean, stuff's going to be blowing all over the place. It's going to be a pain in the butt. So we took my mother's car, and her car needed gas, of course. So we go to Speedway, get a $40, Dad gave me a $40 gas card, put it in, I go to clean the window and stuff, clicks off, kid you not, clicks off at 37 and change. Like, geez, put $38 in, $2 on the gas card. I'm like, what a piece of absolute right there.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Can't even take the last $2. Jeez.
Good.
Then we go inside, because right now they're running a deal for 99¢ for their small, medium, and large drinks, not their, I guess, extra large drink or whatever. Well, I like to drink Diet Mountain Dew, so I can eat regular cake.
Yeah.
So, or as what your dad calls it,
Whiz Water.
Whiz Water.
Along with Mellow Yellow and Mellow Yellow Zero is also Whiz Water.
Anyways, well, we go in there and their Diet Dew was out of order. Great. All right. I guess I'll just get regular Dew. Not only that, they were out of the 44-ounce cups, because that's the largest size you get, and they were out of the 44-ounce lids. All right. So we left there, went to a different Speedway. Went to the one about, 20 minutes away?
Yeah.
Closest one that was right off the highway?
Yeah.
Went there. Oh, they were out of lid. They had Diet Dew. They had the cups, but they were out of the lids. So, me, being the smart man I am, hey, let's just use, slushy lids. The big-ass hole on it's gonna stop any leaks coming out. Yeah, no problems there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was okay. Except every time you try to pick up your drink, that sumbitch would fly off about 15 feet. All right?
At least.
It was like, phew, gone. All right, gotta get another one.
Yep.
So that was fun all the way down there.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Then we pull into then we had to stop at the Krispy Kreme. We got that for breakfast. As we're going down the road, there's like we got a dozen donuts because they were the hot and ready.
Hot and ready
good stuff.
He ate half a dozen. I ate the other half.
Yeah. Well, there was like 4 donuts. There's 3 donuts left. All right.
Oh gosh, I love this story.
2 for him, 1 for me, or 4 donuts, something like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're going down the road, and the dozen of donuts is sitting on his lap. All of a sudden, we're just sitting there, it's all quiet, and all of a sudden he's like, "Ooh, donuts!" Opens up the lid, starts eating. What? Yeah, starts eating. Then the sumbitch does it the same thing. 5 minutes later, "Ooh, donuts!"
Donuts! I eat my last one.
It's like, geez, kid. So we do that. We had to make a pit stop because somebody had to pee.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I get that from my mom.
Yep.
Can't hold in their bladder. Got a small one.
And then we get to the track. We're parking at the track, and Andy's getting out of the car and grabbing stuff.
Oh gosh, I love this.
Grabbing our bags and stuff, and I'm on the driver's side. So there's already a car next to me, and there were filing cars next to Andy. And Andy has his door open. He's getting stuff out of the car and all this guy. This guy pulls up, and Andy kind of stuff. He's like, "Don't worry, I won't hit you." And I yell from the cross the car, 10 points.
Oh yeah, that is a great story right there.
And then a big old pickup truck pulled in behind that guy.
Yeah,
and he rolls down
truck.
his window, leads out. He's like, "Hey, do you guys want me to back up?" He's like, "Yeah, we want to get drunk."
I love that one too.
Oh, jeez.
Big old white Chevy pickup truck.
No, it was actually a Ford. It was like a 2017
It was a Ford? Okay.
It was like a Ford F2 for $350.
Something like that.
Big old good-looking Ford. Yeah, we want to get drunk. God,
oh
great.
My gosh. And that is our story time.
Yep. And then we just about got lost walking to the car. So where we parked, we're on an angle, probably like probably like a 60-degree angle from the turn 4 grandstands.
Yeah, something like that.
So we were walking out, and we just kept following the curvature of the racetrack, and then we're not really paying attention. And he looks out, he's like, "Aren't we parked over there?"
Down there.
I look over, I look in front of me farther. I'm like, there's a bunch of campers and stuff. I'm like, well, I sure as hell know we did not park to no campers.
Yeah.
All right. I look behind us. I was like, yeah, I think we're on a little bit sharper angle than what we are now. Yeah, I think we're down there.
It was a great show.
And then the minute we get in the car, both of us, man, we gotta pee. Great. All right.
Great.
So then on the way home, went blowing by a rest area because there's no warning sign for it. Got a statement. I'm gonna write my congressman about that.
Yeah, really. Still haven't heard back from him.
Yeah. Yeah, just like any politician, a general up. So, and then we decided we were hungry, so we decided to go to. We didn't support Chase Elliott enough, so we decided to go to Hooters for dinner.
Yeah.
Split a big old 50-piece wing. Each of us ate 15, took 10 home. So, all in all, it was a good trip.
Ooh,
it was great.
That sounds good.
Oh, that was good. What?
Yeah. I still have mine in the fridge.
You haven't ate them yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, I tore them up the next day.
Oh, well, I still got them. No worries.
It's good stuff. Oh, we gotta go sometime again.
Yeah, that is our story time.
Oh, it's good stuff. We could have went to the Michigan race yesterday for $20 each.
We could have.
Because when there's a rain, it's just general admission.
Yeah.
Bam.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah, it's a son of a gun, isn't it?
Could have went to the Cup race too.
Mm-hmm.
$40. We definitely had the chips for it. We brought like 4 bags of chips. Only ate half of a bag.
Yeah.
Jeez. Good lord. We got enough food to feed an orphanage. We brought so much.
Pretty much.
It was stupid. So, alright, anyways, time to move on to this circus of a show. We are going to start off with...
What track or facility am I?
Just facility.
Just facility.
Just
you got facility today, huh?
Well, facility considers track, too.
Okay.
Because track is technically a facility.
Okay.
So...
What do you got?
A timer. That's what I've got.
Okay. A building or a track?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Alright. I am a... Oh, excuse me. Capacity of 11,000, give or take, for ice hockey.
Holy crap, that's a small arena. 11,000?
11,000 for ice hockey.
Really?
Yep. It broke ground on February 8th, 1995, and opened on October 8th, 1996. So it took a year and 8 months. Is that 8? 7, 8 months to build. Took about 20 months to build. It was built for a construction cost of about $77 million, 123 in today's monies. Architect was damn. Yeah, the architect was damn. Architect was Rossetti Architects. Structural engineer was McClurg and Associates. Service engineer, URS Grenier Incorporated. And general contractor was Hunt/Earhart Joint Venture. There is currently only one tenant in this arena. There have been a total of 3 at one time.
Really?
Yes. Not all necessarily ice hockey, but being basketball and AFL. Arena football.
Yeah.
And ice hockey.
Huh.
So. The first musical arts to perform in the arena was Neil Diamond on October 10th, 1996.
Really?
Yep. The first... actually, it doesn't say. Is the... Well, no, I won't say that. That's a dead giveaway. It has hosted NCAA Hockey Regional Championships before. It's held exhibition games for the NBA and the NHL teams and college and all that good stuff. Got 50 seconds left. It's had a whole host of acts and performers there, from Bob Dylan, Tom Petty, Motley Crue, Eric Clapton, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Bruce Springsteen, Paul McCartney, Kenny Chesney, probably the biggest one, Garth Brooks.
Hot dang.
Who did 6 shows in 4 days at this arena.
Oh my.
This arena does not have a sponsorship name. It is named after a couple, a husband and wife who put in a big donation to the arena. That is your last hint. 8 seconds.
It's not Elsie Walker Arena, is it? Yeah. I know it's not.
Yeah.
It's the name of either the Michigan State Spartans or the Michigan Wolverines arena name that I've never heard of.
Mine is Michigan State. Yost is Michigan. Would you quit? Yost Ice Arena is a capacity of 5,800. Mun Ice Arena is a capacity of 6,100.
Nuts.
So
It's bigger than college.
yes, because we are talking about the American Hockey League.
Don't tell me it's Van Andel.
It is. Okay, I won't tell you.
All right.
Alright. Guess you don't know what the answer it is.
Crap.
You gotta remember, NHL is only 19,000 for the Red Wings.
I know.
So, I mean, it's a big jump up, but again, it's also a big jump up in this thing called price.
Yeah.
So, and city size generally.
Yeah.
So, alright, that's that. I leave. It is time
For
Indy
car.
In the good old IndyCar, this week was the DXC Technology 600 kilometers, not miles, as I mistakenly thought. At Texas Motor Speedway, the race took just under 2 hours, 1 hour 55 minutes, 8.8666 seconds. The average speed was 186.084. There was 13 lead changes and a total of 22 caution laps. Man, he is missing out on a whole bunch of dingers because he ain't here. The fastest lap was 219.981 miles per hour. On lap 69 by Takuma Sato, the fastest leader lap was 218.347 miles per hour. On lap 197 by number 2 of Joseph Newgarden. The race was 248 laps. There were a total of 8 cars on the lead lap. There was a total of 3 cautions, one on lap 135 to 142 for contact. That was a total of 8. There was another one on 219 to 225 for a total of 7, and on 229 to 235 for a total of 7. Your leader summary was Ryan Hunter Ray led the most laps at 90. Takuma Sato led 60. Joseph Newgarden led 54. Scott Dixon led 33. Rossi, Ray Hall, and Bourdais all led 2, and led 3. Marcus Ericsson all led 2. Your race winner was Joseph Newgarden. Alexander Rossi was second, who definitely gave Newgarden a run for his money, but again, you have the whole Chevy and Honda power. Chevy tends to have a little bit more horsepower. It does. Has more horsepower than the Hondas, but the Hondas have better fuel mileage. So there's a give and take there. Rossi was second. Graham Rahal was third. Santino Ferrucci, a damn good rookie in the ovals right now, was fourth. Ryan Hunter Ray fifth. Semi Paggio sixth. Seventh was Marcus Ericsson. Eighth, Sebastian Bourdais ninth. Will Power 10th. Marco Andretti 11th. Connor Daly 12th. Felix Rosenquist. Andrew Carpenter was 13th. Spencer Biggett 14th. Takuma Sato 15th. 16th. Tony Kanaan 17th. Scott Dixon 18th. Colton Herta. James Hinchcliffe 19th. Zach Veach 20th. 21st Charlie Kimball, and 22nd was Matthias Laced. Only, let's see, 16 cars were running at the end of the race. 8 of them dropped out 6 of them, I don't know how to count apparently. 6 of them dropped out for this or that reason. Okay. The next race, if you are listening, is on June 23rd at 12 p.m. Eastern at Road America on NBC, also known as the Big Boy Network. Okay, just want to make sure I had that right, because that seemed a little early in the day. I personally did not get to watch this race, because I was out doing other things. I was coming home for Michigan, first of all. So, there is that. Let me look up the... I always forget to do this. Let me look up the TV ratings for the race, which is probably going to not compare at all to last year's, because if I'm not mistaken, last year was on NBCSN. This race was on NBC. So... Let me see here. Actually, I thought the race was on NBC, not NBCSN. Am I wrong? Was it not? I'm sorry, it was on NBCSN. I am very much mistaken. I misspoke. The next race is on NBC. So, NBCSN earned a 0.3 overnight rating for Saturday night's NTT IndyCar Series DXC Technology 600. Flat from the same number out for last year's race. The race earned a 0.4 overnight in 2017. And then we'll come around to the good old NASCAR, of what the NASCAR got. Actually, NASCAR got a 1.0 rating, but rating for the rescheduled Firekeepers Casino 400 at Michigan. You can't really compare that because it was run at 5 p.m. on Monday rather than like 2 p.m. on Sunday. You're going to get more viewers on Sunday than you will on Monday because, there's the whole, people work on Mondays, generally not Sundays. So, overall, Fox, I'll come back into that for the good old NASCAR. I don't think I got anything else other than a car accidentally hit another crew member. Let's see what that. Takuma Sato, in case you're wondering, Takuma Sato won the pole. Oh yeah, Takuma Sato accidentally hit one of his crew members while coming in for a pit stop at Texas. The crew member, let's see what this says. He slid through his pit stall and upended crew member Chris Welch as the car ended up in the next stall. Crew members had to pull back the car before changing time. After stopping, a penalty was assessed for hitting the crew member. Sato ended up 4 laps down once he got back on the 1.5 miles. Actually, it's 1.44 miles. High speed oval. He was reportedly evaluating release from the track's infield care center, so he is okay. Thank goodness, because that's why we have pit road speed. Okay. Well, it's hard to do fun fact here when one of the guys for fun fact is gone, but I guess I'll go ahead and do it anyways. Let's go to, I had to get this one off my phone. As of this playoff series, in elimination games this postseason, Tuukka Rask, I'm going to assume this was pre-Sunday. I'll have to ask when Harold comes back down. Oh, speaking of the devil. Wait. Welcome back, dumbass.
Sorry.
Alright, is this pre-Sunday or post-Sunday stats?
For my fun fact?
My fun fact.
Or the fun fact I gave you.
Yeah.
Pre or post Sunday? Post.
So this was after Sunday, because Sunday was an elimination game.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right.
Okay, so post-Sunday, Tuukka Rask is 3-0 in elimination games, has a 1.34 goals against average, and a save percentage of .953.
Holy shit. Oh, wait, we got a sound effect for that.
Oh, yeah, we do. Let me go get that real quick. That's what this sounds like.
Holy shit.
Pretty much.
So, hopefully he can let in like 10 goals on Wednesday.
I sure as
I'm just surprised of how he's not tired.
Yeah.
He's got, let me look up how many games he played in the regular season. Hold on, let me look that up real quick. All right,
he is insane right now.
Oh, yeah, he has 2 U's in his name because he's special.
He's okay.
Yeah. Alright, let me see here. Stats, please. Alright, in the regular season, he played in 46 games, started in 45. In the playoffs so far, he's going to start in 24 games. He is going to have played damn near 72 games. He's going to be playing 70 games by the end of the year.
Just a few.
He is... okay.
He is nuts.
I mean, he's 32, so he's still in his... But playing that many games is going to bite him in the ass.
Yeah.
You cannot play a goaltender that much. You can do it a couple seasons. Then you're not going to be able to do it that many seasons, because he's going to...
He's gonna
look like he's gonna be like Cam Talbot. Okay, they played him 70 games and then he went to absolute because they overplayed him.
Yeah.
So Well, now that that's out of the way, it is time for your fun fact. Go ahead.
My fun fact, I've held on to this one for a dang long time about hockey in the 2019 Stanley Cup Finals is, did you know most of Boston's players are from USA, and St. Louis players, most of them are from Canada? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 players from the Boston Bruins are from the USA, and 19 players from St. Louis are from Canada. I kid you not. That have played at least one game in the Stanley Cup playoffs. The entire playoffs of this year for each team. So, Noel Achari, David Backus, Brandon Carlo, Connor Clifton, Charlie Coyle, Matt Grzelcyk, Stephen Kampfer, Torrey Krug, Carson Coleman, Sean Curley, Charlie McAvoy, Kevin Miller, John Moore, longtime veteran Lee Stepniak, and Chris Wagner are all from the USA, and Chris Thorburn, Robert Thomas, Alex Steen, Jaden Swartz, Brandon Shed, Petrangelo, David Perron, Colton Parayko, Ryan O'Reilly, Robbie Fabry, Joel Edmondson, Vince Dunn, Mike Delzato, Tyler Bozak, Jay Bomeister, Robert Bortuzzo, Sammy Blyce, goaltenders Jake Allan, and Jordan Binnington are all from Canada. I kid you not.
Just a few.
Yeah. And that is my crazy fun fact.
Oh, no wonder they're so sluggish in Game 6. They're all full of maple syrup.
Shut up.
I can tell you who really was full of it, at least a few years ago. Tyler Bozak.
Shut up. Gosh, oh, the man. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's actually kind of nice.
Alright. Enough of the bull. Right now, let's move on to a little bit of the good old... Actually, it's pretty bad, but some of that.
Hooking segment.
Boston, get in the goddamn sin bin, would you? Kiss my ass, Boston. All right, we are gonna go into NHL scores. We have to go back to
Sunday, June 9. After Game 6.
Oh, there's just no. We have Thursday, June 6th.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we recorded on Thursday last week.
Oh.
Or Wednesday, I mean.
Oh, that's right.
On Thursday, June 6th, the St. Louis Blues went in to Boston and tore it up as they won 2-1 at TD.
We don't give two flying garden.
That was actually good timing.
It was.
All right. And then on Sunday, the Bruins went into St. Louis and paddled up. All right, we don't care about that game. On Wednesday, June 12th, is Game 7 at TD. We don't give two mother gardens.
It is at 8 p.m. Eastern on NBC, also known as...
The Littlest Boy Network.
Huh?
Yeah. The Big Boy Network. So, So, and then that's the last game of the playoffs, guaranteed.
Yep.
And that's the last game of the NHL season until October.
Yep, guaranteed.
Yep. Well, maybe the beginning of December, depending when the setup
Well,
schedule.
yeah, you got late September for the OHL
Preseason.
and WHL.
And the
Slapshot and USHL.
and preseason.
Preseason.
NHL. So, alright, that's all that. Time to go on to your AHL scores.
My only thing I have today for the AHL scores, I also have something on my phone to talk about during the news, too.
Good, because I gotta find the news first. I gotta go back
Nice.
all the way to... Oh, jeez.
As I announced last episode, Wednesday, June 5th.
What day did we record last?
Wednesday, June 5th.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, never mind. Charlotte and Chicago for the 2019 Calder Cup Finals on Wednesday, June 5th at All Skate Arena.
What?
At All State Arena, also known as All Skate Arena.
Oh, that's a nice one right there.
The Checkers got 4, and the Wolves got 1, the Checkers take a 2-1 series lead. On Thursday, June 6th, the next day, at Allskate Arena, the Checkers got 5, and the Wolves got 3. Charlotte takes a 3-1 series lead. And on Saturday, June 8th, at Allskate Arena, Chicago also got 3, and the Checkers also got 5. For the very first time in Charlotte Checkers team history, they are the Calder Cup champions, being in the year 2019. They beat Chicago in 5. And that is all I've got to say. But the thing is, I gotta go through my playoffs again like I did the rest of this season. Charlotte beat Providence in 4. Hershey beat Bridgeport in 5. Cleveland beat Syracuse in 4. Toronto swept Rochester. Wolves beat Grand Rapids in 5. That sucked. And Iowa beat Milwaukee in 5. Charlotte swept Hershey. Toronto swept Cleveland. That's a paddling.
Yeah.
Chicago beat Iowa in 6. And San Diego beat Bakersfield. Oh, I forgot to say, Bakersfield beat Colorado in 4. And San Diego beat San Jose in 4. I forgot to say that. That's what I was missing. Hello, missing out on my free paddlings. It's the only one I get. Charlotte beat Toronto in 6. Chicago beat San Diego in 6. And then Charlotte beat Chicago in 5 in the finals. So, I'm glad Charlotte beat Chicago because Chicago beat us. Thank God. So, definitely congrats to them guys, and they also won the President's Trophy too. I'd rather have them win the Calder Cup like they did instead of Chicago. And that's all I've got to say. So we're officially done with every one of my hockey leagues. So
now we gotta start prepping for the NHL draft.
Yeah, we got the draft to talk about.
Yeah.
But,
like, you know, if they're gonna choose Hughes or Kako.
Oh, it's still up in the air.
Yeah, I know. It all depends on if they want a certain type of forward.
Yeah.
So, on to the NHL. Would you quit beeping at me?
Don't you hate that stupid thing?
Carlson of the San Jose Shark Tanks had groin surgery on May 31st to repair a groin injury. He said he should be healthy for the next season. And now I gotta go scrolling up the news because I haven't had time.
Melker Carlson?
What?
Or Eric Carlson?
Eric.
Oh, really?
Did I not say Eric?
No, you just said Carlson.
Oh.
And so I thought, is it Melker or Eric?
Oh. Okay.
Alright.
A baby broke the record by sitting in the Stanley Cup 20 minutes after birth.
Oh, I heard about that!
Anne-Marie Vansell sat in the Stanley Cup before she was even an hour old. She is the daughter of diehard St. Louis Blues fan and St. Charles, Missouri residents Clark and Beth Vansell was born at 10:04 a.m. Central. She became the first person to sit in the cup in the first hour of her life, passing the previous record of 97 minutes set in 2010. So, how'd you even get the Stanley Cup there? Whatever.
I don't know.
Chris Letang is hoping the Penguins stay intact. I hope they fall apart.
Yeah.
Just like they did this year.
Yeah.
Stuff right there. Tsoonaaami is leaving the NHL after 11 seasons.
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
Would you quit beeping at me?
Stupid thing.
He agreed to a 1-year contract with some Continental Hockey League. I don't even want to team. I don't even want to try and pronounce that. Rowan Pollock signed a 1-year, $1.75 million contract with Dallas on Thursday.
I heard about that too.
Yep. I'm trying to find news. Matthias Janmark signed a 1-year, $2.3 million contract with Dallas on Thursday, excuse me. Man, I tell you what, they've been busy down there. Come on. Oh, that's a good on this day, and we didn't even get to do it. What a piece of
Censored.
yeah. Iserman doesn't think you can build a team through free agency. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello,
McFly. The draft is key.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm not making fun of him.
Yeah.
Of Iserman. It's just like, hello. Of course, you can't build a team through free agency. There's a reason why players are on free agency. All right. Most of the time, unless you get big key name players because they don't want to be at a certain team anymore. Most of the time, they're old.
Yeah.
All right. They're nearing the end of the career. They're not producing like they were. You need to kill it in the draft, and that's Detroit's problem. Is they kept signing free agents when they weren't starting to go through a rebuild. And now we're in full force rebuild right now. In fact, we're a year behind on our rebuild, really.
Yeah.
We should have... Okay, yes, it was nice that we got 25 years, of making it to the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Yeah.
But once our core players started retiring, like Lidstrom and Holmstrom, and Zetterberg was getting older, Datsuk was getting older,
and
Johan Franzen wasn't playing because God knows why this year.
And pretty soon Cronwall.
Cronwall's done now.
Yeah.
I don't see him playing another year. But then it should have been like, hey, we should start doing the draft. Nope, we just find another free agent guys, Daniel Effertson, David Legwan, Jordan Tutu, all these other guys, just to replace their spots. No! Draft, damn it!
Exactly.
It's not difficult. Thank you, Stevie. You know what I'm feeling here.
Yeah.
Jeez! Alright. Moving on. Ugh. Oh, man. Everything is about Game 5 and stuff. We already know about Game 5.
You mean 7?
5. Everything's about Game 5 right where I'm at.
Oh, really?
Yes. You remember that Thomas Yurko guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a big reason why the Charlotte Checkers won the Calder Cup.
Oh, that's right.
So, just saying. And I need to find... Barbashev was suspended for Game 6 for an illegal check to the head for Bruins for Johansson. So, I mean, they were missing... It wouldn't matter. It still would... You still can't lose by 4 goals.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Biggest news. Mr. Jeff Skinner.
Oh, I heard about this. Yeah.
Signed in... Do you remember the numbers?
Yes, a 8-year contract.
In 8-year, yes.
8-year contract for $9 million a season.
For
$72 million total. Am I correct?
Wow, I just gave you the dinger.
Stuff.
He had a career high 40 goals last season, and the Buffalo Sabres still sucked major. Right
Censored.
there. So, yeah. Alright, moving up the thing. The news. Give me some good news. Good news is good. Bad news is bad news. I don't know. Yep, the Blues are on the verge of winning the Stanley Cup, and they've totally the bad there. So good job, guys. When the Blues are better on the road in the Stanley Cup playoffs than they are at home.
Yeah, that seems legit.
Yeah. Oh. Come on. Oh, who's that? Oh, Peyton Krebs. He had surgery to repair a partially torn Achilles tendon. He is so far projected to go 10th in the draft this year.
Really?
A centerman. So we'll see how that goes. When people start to get when people get injured, they tend to fall down the draft order. Blues national anthem singer sang his final performance after 19 years.
Really?
Yep. Charles Glenn.
That's his name.
Yes. So, hope the Checkers win the Calder Cup. Blues look to end 51 season, wait for Stanley Cup. Yep, trust me, you guys could have done it and didn't. Damn it. Come on. Ugh. Oh, Jesus. Jason Arnott won. Good lord.
I love that one.
Give me a break. Give me a freaking break. Yep. Go away. Almost stop. Come on. Bruins and Blues played their 17th. Will play the 17th Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals.
Did NHL history.
Yep. Bruins will host the deciding game of championship round for first time in 95-year history.
Creepers.
No, that's right. They won it in Boston last time. Yes. That was my fun fact. Okay, so the last time the Stanley Cup Finals went to Game 7 was in 2011. Who won that game? Boston. All right. Now, you might... right when I say it, I'm like, all right, that means Boston's going to win this one. But I just remembered. All right. That game was in Vancouver.
Yeah.
So the road team won that game. This game's in Boston.
And you know what
doesn't mean. Does not mean anything. Okay?
Yep.
It means that St. Louis is going to go in and totally bet, all right? That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boston's going to go in and totally paddle them. All right? But the last time St. Louis got blown out by 4 or more goals, they went in the next game and won. Difference being, though, that next game was a home game.
Yeah.
This next game is an away game. So, yes, it don't matter. Boston's going to win. We all know it's going to happen. All right. Hey, that's a good on this day right there, actually, for today. Come on. Ooh. Nah, I don't care that much about that, actually. Oh, yes, there we go. Potential unrestricted free agents in 2019.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we still have Artemi Panarin.
Yep.
Matt Duchene. Joe Pavelski, Matt Zuccarello, not Matt Sundin, Anders Lee, Gustav Nyquist, Jordan Eberle, Kevin Hayes, Marcus Johansson, Justin Williams, Mr.
Game 7.
Jumbo
Joe
Thornton, Michael Ferdlin, Wayne Simmons, Ryan DeZingle, and Derek Brassard are so far on the free agency list. Well, potential free agency list, excuse me. The Canucks to target top 4 defensemen and top 6 forwards in free agency. Did you guys have you guys met Steve Yzerman? Oh, what did Steve Yzerman say about free agency?
I don't know. He said something, didn't he?
God, it seems pretty important. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
It probably don't mean nothing. You know, it's not like, he's won a few Stanley Cups or something. No, been around an organization, helped build Tampa Bay. You don't know nothing. Anyways, Flyers hope to sign Hayes before July 1st. Ooh. Hey. Here we go. Best Game 7 performances in Stanley Cup Final history. See what this has to say. No team has scored more than 4 goals in Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals.
Wow.
It has been done 4 times, most recently by, that one nobody gives 2 damns about team.
Yeah.
And against the Vancouver Canucks in 2011. The most goals scored by 2 teams in Game 7 final, in the Cup Final, is 7. When the Red Wings defeated the Rangers 4-3 in double overtime to win the Cup in 1950.
Wow.
That was also one of the 2 times the Cup was decided in overtime. The other time, the Red Wings defeated the Montreal Canadiens 2-1 in overtime to win it in 54. The Rangers were the only losing team to score as many as 3 goals.
Jeepers.
The fewest total goals scored in the 16 Cup Final Game 7s is 3.
Wow.
So many 2-1 ends.
Yeah.
4 games have ended 2-1. The most recent came in 2009 when the never mind, we'll skip that.
Exactly. Once I heard that year, I thought,
Yeah, I said 2009 and never mind. The other 3-goal game was a 3-0 win by the New Jersey Devils against the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim in 03.
Yeah.
No player has ever had a hat trick in Game 7. Well, it's pretty hard when most games end 2-1.
Yeah.
There have been 11 2-goal games, most recently by I don't care. Jean Bellevue of the Canadiens scored the fastest goal from the start of any Game 7 in Cup Final history, 14 seconds into Montreal's 4-0
That's
paddling.
paddling.
Yeah. The only player to have as many as 3 assists in Game 7 of the final was Montreal's Bobby Razio, I don't know, who had 3 in 65. The Edmonton Oilers had 43 shots on goal in Game 7 of the 87 Cup Finals against the Flyers, the most by any team since 59-60. Flyers goaltender Ron Hextall made 40 saves that night in Edmonton's 3-1 win, the most since 55-56. There have been 4 shutouts in Game 7 of the Cup Final.
Wow.
Why does everything always end up being in 2011? Stop it, damn it!
Well,
Since 1989, 1998, 1999, the most time on ice any player in Game 7 of the Cup Finals is 29:44 by Colorado Avalanche defenseman. Take a guess.
24?
No.
Wait, what number did you say?
I didn't say any number. I said he was on the ice for 29 minutes, 44 seconds.
Oh, I would assume Ray Bork.
You would assume wrong.
Really?
Adam Foote
Oh, jeez.
in 2001 against the Devils. In 2009, the Red Wings and that one dumpster fire team combined for 79 hits in the game, the most by 2 teams.
Hot dang.
Just a few.
A physical war.
Yeah. Kessel unlikely to be
Esposito.
No, I just said his last name.
Oh, Kessel.
Yeah. Unlikely to be traded by Penguins. Let me see here. Robert Shevda returned for Blues in Game 7. Good. All the help we can have. And there we go. That's the end of that. Unless you got anything else. I know you had news.
I do. My news is...
Would you quit beeping at me?
Stupid thing.
Jesus.
Okay, my news is... As I've said before in previous episodes, I believe either 1 or 2 of them, there was controversy of Pavel Datsyuk, my favorite hockey player of all time, coming back to Detroit for 1 year. The answer to that question has been answered. Let me see here. This was on June 5th was when this was announced 6 days ago. Last week Wednesday, Datsyuk announced that he has a deal, and I believe he has signed. I'm not sure if it says. It doesn't say on Google, but it says he signed. He has announced a deal with some KHL team called Avtomobilist, something like that. He will most likely will be not coming back to Detroit for the 1920 season and is going to stay in the KHL. And I also believe that I also heard it is his home team. So, figures.
Yeah, well, he's 38, 39?
40.
He's 40.
He is 40.
Yeah, I mean...
Born July 20, 1978.
We've already asked enough out of a, 100 plus, 150 plus overall draft pick.
Yeah.
Don't think you can ask much more out of him.
Exactly.
So, alright. You ready for On This Day?
I is.
It's a pretty good On This Day.
Better not be something about
Would
Phil
you quit
Esposito.
beeping at me?
We'll figure it out.
Jeez.
Hit the mute button or something.
No, it's the computer.
Huh.
In 2012, 45 years after entering the National Hockey League, the Los Angeles Kings finally win the Stanley Cup.
Stanley Cup. Nice.
Goaltender Jonathan Quick, after going 16-4 with a 1.41 goals against average and a .946 save percentage, got the Conn
Holy
Smythe
shit.
Trophy in the playoffs.
Yeah, he was quick that year. He was slow this year.
In 1969,
Hey.
the Blackhawks, the Chicago Blackhawks. Isn't the Blackhawks one word? Oh, then 2 words. Okay. Hit the jackpot at the annual intra-league draft when they claim rookie goaltender
Oh gosh, come on.
Tony Esposito. I said it was a kick-ass day.
Yeah,
now.
not anymore.
From the Montreal Canadiens for their $25,000, the Blackhawks get a goalie who wins the Calder and Vezina trophies in his first NHL season and wins 418 games for Chicago. All it would have done for Montreal is give them more cups.
Yeah.
In 1974, the NHL becomes an 18-team league when the Washington Capitals and the Kansas City Scouts are officially granted franchises. They begin play the next season in 74-75.
When Washington completely shipped the bed.
Yeah.
It had the worst record in all of inaugural seasons.
Yeah, well, in 1994, the Vancouver Canucks even a Stanley Cup final at 3 wins apiece by defeating the New York Rangers 4-1 at Pacific Coliseum in Game 6. Man, the Vancouver Canucks have bad luck in Game 7.
Do they ever?
Yeah. I believe that Game 7 was at home. In 1995, the Detroit
Wings.
At that time, they were the very much Wings. Advanced to the Stanley Cup final for the first time since 1966, when Slava Kozlov,
Hey.
because I have no idea how to say his actual name, scores at 2:25 of the second. That's a dinger. There we go. Overtime for a 2-1 win against the Blackhawks. Now one word. In Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals at Joe Louis Arena. It was his eighth goal of the playoffs.
Oh my.
And comes on Detroit's 47th shot against goaltender. Guess who the goaltender was? And I'll give you 10 free dingers.
Who did they play?
For Chicago.
In 95.
In 95.
Ed Belfour. Yeah, I did it, boys. That's how it's done right there. Yeah.
Eddie Belfour.
Yes, ma'am. Chalk it up.
On the same day, Claude Lemieux. Yeah. Scores with 45 seconds left in the third period to give the New Jersey Devils a 3-2 win against the Philly Flyers in Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals at the Spectrum. And then Detroit, and then they play each other, and Detroit got swept. Whoops! In 1998, Chris Draper scores at 15:24 of overtime to give the Red Wings a 5-4 win against the Capitals in Game 2 of the Cup Finals at Joe Louis Arena. The Red Wings trail 4-2 with less than 12 minutes remaining, and in the third period, but forced overtime by goals by Martin Lapointe and Dougie Brown.
Nice.
It is the 6th straight win in the finals for the Red Wings, and they make it end up being 8.
Pretty good.
In the words of Gary Thorne, I believe, the incredible comeback is complete.
Yep.
Thank you very much. And in 2014, because we are going to skip the 2017 one.
Yep.
In 2014, Henrik Lundqvist makes a whopping 40 saves, broken back, alright?
Yep, needs spine surgery after that.
Yeah, to help the Rangers avoid being swept in the final with a 2-1 victory against the Kings at Game 4 of MSG. He stops the final 26 shots he faces after Dustin Brown scores at 8:46 in the second period. Holy crap. Los Angeles outshot the Rangers that game 41-19.
Just a few.
Good Lord.
Standing on his head.
Yeah. Alright, that's on this day. I believe it's time for a little bit of
trivia.
You're up. And I'm going to try and do fantasy at the same time.
My trivia question is...
Oh, great. Oh, no, I just closed the wrong tab.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do not have a trivia question about hockey. It is about...
I thought you said, I do not have a trivia question there. I was going to be like, say what?
What? Like Richie Rich.
Yeah, say what?
From when he told him something else that we can't say on here. It is a trivia question.
X-Day.
About the NASCAR.
Never mind. NASCAR.
Okay, my trivia question is, here we go. In the 1974 season, what driver
finished
third in the season points standings, despite only competing in 19 out of 30 races.
1974, let's go with David Pearson.
Son of Beach. You know... Alright, back to hockey after this episode. I'm not doing this.
How'd you come up with that one?
Looked it up on Google and just found it.
No kidding.
Alright, I quit with that.
You know why that was my first guess?
Because he raced in the 60s and 70s?
No.
Really?
Because the only seasons he ever ran full seasons were the only seasons he won a championship.
Oh, really?
And he has 105 wins. He only ran, I think he has,
Yeah.
2 or 3 champion. I can never remember if it's 2 or 3. David Pearson.
3.
3. He only ran 3 seasons fully in the NASCAR Cup Series.
66, 68, and chalk up a dinger, 69.
Good stuff. That's the only 3 times he ever ran full seasons.
He
And he had 105 wins. He, in my mind, is a better driver than Richard Petty.
Yep.
In my mind.
Yep.
Because, well, Richard Petty not only ran every race, just about,
Yeah.
for many seasons, but he also ran longer than David Pearson.
Yeah.
And, you know, Pearson kind of started the whole thing of, you save your until the end of the race.
Yep.
You know? So, you know, the whole saying of cover your ears, kids. That driver used up his shit.
Yeah.
So, alright. Trying to move on to trivia. For good old me, a little bit of Go Fish trivia, because I like doing that. I don't care if you don't like it. What goaltender has the longest winning streak to start an NHL season?
Oh, I remember this question. Carey Price. Haha!
Yeah.
I'll be a monkey's uncle today.
Alright, back to NASCAR after this one.
No!
That's good stuff. Alright. Now that's out of the way, I believe it's time to move on to the good old NASCAR. For the good old NASCAR, this week, like I said, they were at Michigan International Speedway for the Firekeepers Casino 400, the 51st annual Firekeepers Casino 400, at the 2-mile paved oval. The race ended up being 203 laps for 406 miles due to overtime. The race took 2 hours, 52 minutes, and 50 seconds. If it only would have taken 2 more seconds, I swear you would have gotten 5 dingers.
Yep.
The average speed was 140.954 miles per hour. The margin of victory was 0.147 seconds.
Oh my.
Your stage 1 top 10 was Joey Logano, Bowman,
The Showman.
That Jones Boy, Eric Almirola, The Big Bush, Marty Truex, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, I almost said Ryan Blaney, Paul Menard, and BK. Brad Keselowski. Stage 2 top 10 was Austin.
I don't deserve to be in the playoffs. That's why I'm out, Dylan.
You damn right he don't. Who'd I pick? The Shrub guy?
I picked Chase. Big Bit chose Bad Brad.
Yeah. I'm trying to.
And
Okay,
Richie Rich chose Marty McFly.
One whole point.
Who did?
You.
I know. In stage 1, right?
Yep.
Thanks, game.
Yep.
Instead of 37, I'm at 38.
Oh, look, I was on a tear. Well, don't feel bad. Because I got all 1 point too.
In what stage?
2.
So
I'm
you're
at
up to
48.
48.
I'm at Jimmy.
Johansson.
And you're at Elliott.
Sadler.
And the number 38, Eminem's Mobile. Big Mitt had BK. So he got all whopping 1.
Nice. For Big Mitt.
1 point, stage 1. That's it.
So Big Mitt is up to 64.
Then he comes in, who do you call him Big?
I don't know.
I resemble that remark.
Yeah.
And then Richie Rich chose Marty McFly.
McFly.
He got a point stage 1. point stage 2. 5 points for finishing in the top 3 for a total of 7.
Crap.
He is at 74 points. Damn it, Rich. All right, you get to pick first again, but you have 2 weeks to decide for
Sonoma.
For the classic road course ringer race.
I would pick Smoke, but he ain't racing. Dang.
Joey Logano won the race. I'm sorry. Your rest of your stage 2 top 10 was second or first. Austin, Kevin Harvick, Marty Truex, Big Bush, Eric Almirola, The Shrub, Daniel Hemrick, William Byron, Bowman the Showman, and Chris Buescher. Joey Logano won the race for his 23rd Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series race. No cars dropped to the rear prior to the start of the race. There were 7 cautions for 35 laps. There was a competition caution on lap 20, the end of stage 1. Then the 51 of Kyle Weatherman had an oopsie in turn 2. Then the end of stage 2. And then Clip
with a P,
where Eric Jones and Chris Buescher had a whoops in turn 2. And then Austin.
I don't deserve to be in the playoffs. That's why I'm out and crashed myself, Dylan.
Must have been hanging out with Reki.
He was, along with Clip.
And William Byron had another oopsie in turn 2. Man, I would not want to go through turn 2 today. Oh, no. Speaking of turn 2, Eric Jones spun in turn 2.
Hey. Yeah, that's a pretty slippery corner.
You have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There was 20 lead changes among 11 drivers. Logano, Dennis Hamlin, Eric Almirola, Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, Clip Boyer, Austin Dillon, Kevin Happy Harvick, Daniel Suarez, and Bad Brad Keselowski, and William Byron. So that is that. The next race is June 23rd at Sonoma Raceway. Yeah, your finishing order is Joey Logano 1, Kurt Busch 2nd, Martin Truex 3rd, Daniel Suarez 4th, Kyle Busch 5th, Bad Brad Keselowski 6th, 7th, Kevin Happy Harvick 8th, Flying Ryan Wienerman Newman 9th, Ryan Blaney 10th, Bowman the Showman 11th, Dennis
Hamlin.
Where's my sticky notes? He drives the number 11 and finished 11th.
Nice.
Daniel Hemrick was 12th, 13th, Paul Menard, 14th, Kyle Larson, 15th, Jimmy
Johansson,
16th, Chris Buescher, 17th, Double A for a whole recharge, 18th, William Byron, Reki Stenhouse was 19th, Chase Elliott,
20th.
Yeah, in the Napa wagon was 20th, 21st, Matt DiBurrito, Ty Dillon, 22nd, 23rd, Corey LaJoie. Oh, I'll give you a dinger for that.
Comforter and Joy.
Comfort and Joy, not comforter.
Ain't no difference.
Right. Yeah, there is a difference. I'll give you a dinger for that because he finished 23rd. He started 32nd, and he drives the 32 car.
Nice.
24th was Matt Tiff. 25th, Ryan Preece. Austin Dillon, 26th. 27th, Michael McDowell. 28th, Bubba Wallace. 29th was the 00 Buckshot Jones Mobile driven by
Landon Cassile.
30th, Garrick Smithley. 20th, Eric Jones was 31st. 32nd, Quinn Hoff. 33rd, Josh Bilicki. 34th, David Reagan. 35th, Clip Boyer.
With a P.
36th was Kyle Weatherman. He ran a total of
22 laps.
No, he didn't run that many.
Oh.
Or he ran more than that.
Oh.
69 laps.
Well, I'll be dang.
So.
How many dingers am I up to now? You're at 3.
18.
Oh, the shrub.
Oh,
Great.
lose a dinger for that. Oh, now you're at Reki. You just wrecked all your dingers.
No.
You're gonna give me the mitt look. Just.
I know, right?
Logano led a total of 163 of 203 laps. Damn. The Michigan TV ratings, like I said, had a 1.0, but that doesn't mean too much. Ross Chastain's start streak ended at 41 races.
That's right.
Because he did not run in the Cup race. So, Tyler Tyler Reddick could run Cup full-time in 2020. He could make the move to Richard Childress Racing he made the move to Richard Childress Racing this season. He has run 2 Cup races this season and is expected to run a few more before the season is out. Yes. Greg Biffle.
Oh, yeah.
Returned to the Truck Series in a Cowboys card. Let me just say it right now.
Yep.
So you already know it was kind of on the line.
Yeah.
You know. For the first time since 2004, 5,313 days, he won the damn race. He won the race for the first time in the Truck Series since 2001.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Suarez is working on a contract renewal with Stewart Haas Racing. And Alex Bowman is going to honor a throwback of Tim Richmond.
Nice.
Mitt Richmond.
Yeah.
Mitt Richie Rich.
Hey, they go together like bread and butter.
Like, if you know what I'm talking about, like cocaine and waffles.
Yeah.
At Darlington. And Kurt Busch is open to renewing a contract with Cheap Ganassi Racing. And Brian Fantz settled a WDI case for stealing Carter's pills.
Nice.
Just about almost a year ago.
Yeah, that was back in the day.
Yeah, August 2018. He was placed on leave following the rest, and Jim Franch has continued. Please continue, do not leave.
Exactly.
So, that is the news there. We'll check the other news. There has been some news that, Logano jumped the start at the end of the race. I don't know. Yeah. I didn't see the race. I was out at Berlin Raceway watching their Money in the Bank 150, who was won by local short tracker
Brian Campbell.
Brian, you might think it's Campbell's, like Campbell Soup. No, it's Brian Campbell.
Yep.
Brian Campbell. So. That's all I've got as of right now. Let me check one last time. Yep, that's all I've got. Alright, moving on to fantasy. So, as we're doing fantasy, doing our points there, I ended up with 1 point for a total of 48. Andy ended up with 1 point for a total of 38. Mitt ended up with 1 point for a total of 64, and Richie Rich ended up with 1 point in stage 1, a point in stage 2, and 5 points finishing in the top 3 for a total of 7 at 74 points. 2 weeks from now is Sonoma. So, Andy, once again, you get to pick first.
Duh.
So, what do you mean, duh? Oh, and lastly, to finish up news, Fox Sports is up 2% for Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series season viewership across Fox and FS1. From 4.13 million to 4.192 million. With only one race left in Sonoma, that will count toward the year-end numbers. The race at Michigan will be excluded due to it not running on the day it's supposed to be run. You can't, it's not fair to compare that.
Yeah.
So, I'm not saying that to help viewership. It's not. Whenever you run a race on the day it wasn't scheduled, viewership is not going to do as well as it was.
Yeah.
All right. So, I got to see.
Wait.
Okay. I believe it is time to move on to. Where is it?
Who had that number?
Go ahead.
By who had that number?
By who had that number? Some good.
Oh, mine is a good one too. By who had that number is worth 2 dingers if you get it correct. If you get it wrong, you lose a dinger.
Huh?
Exactly. Mine's that good. Okay, this guy. You're still on the 06-07 Win Wings season. For that season, who had the number 27?
27. Didn't you already do 27?
No. Because this guy was born August 12th, 1985, age 33.
Currently?
Huh?
Currently 33?
Currently, yeah.
Okay, so it's not Brian Rafal.
Age 33. Born in Kitchener, home of the Rangers, Ontario, Canada. 6'2", 216 pounds. This guy is a defenseman left-handed shot. In the 2003 NHL entry draft, he went 132nd overall. His stats are from the 2002-2003 season to the 2004-2005 season. He played in the OHL. In the 02-03 and 03-04 season, he played for the London Knights. However, at the beginning of the 03-04 season, he was traded to the Mississauga Ice Dogs and played for them the rest of the 03-04 season and also in the 04-05 season. Then after that season, he was drafted by the Windwings, and from the 05-06-07 to the 07-08 season, he played for the Griffins and the Red Wings, both teams, for at least one game each year for those 3 years. Then after the 07-08 season, he was either traded to or signed a contract with the LA Booger Flings in the 08-09 season. Then after that, in the 2009-2010 season, all the way to the 2011-2012 season, he played for the Colorado Avalanche. Then in the 11-12 season, towards the end, he made his debut back to Detroit as he played for them from the 11-12 season all the way to the 15-16 season. Now here's your big hint right here. After the 15-16 season, in the 16-17 season, he played 53 games for the New Jersey Senators. Also in the 16-17 season, he played 20 games for the Columbus Blue Eyes. In the 17-18 season, he played 18 games for the Minnesota Wild. And just this season, he played for HIFK in the League, whatever that is. He played 35 games for them, got 13 points just this season. His initials is KQ.
Kyle Quincy.
Yeah. See, I should not have told you his initials, because his initials are a dead giveaway.
Well, I'm thinking... I forgot he played 2 different times with Detroit.
Yeah, he did.
I forgot about that.
I did not know he played for the Kings and the Avalanche.
What was he drafted overall?
132nd overall in 2003.
That's generous.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, really. I didn't know he played for Columbus either. I did know he played for
I know
Minnesota.
he was dealt in like some 3-way trade, and then I didn't care after that.
Really?
So, alright. Alright, you want to play dirty? I'll play dirty. To get
Well,
this right,
I gave you an extra 10 seconds and his
Well, that's
initials.
because you didn't warn me about the timer.
Yeah.
So it's not my fault.
Yeah.
That's the clue giver's fault.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright.
If you get this right, you get 2 dingers. If you get this wrong, you lose 3.
Huh?
Yeah.
You know.
Because you have heard of this guy. Trust me.
Okay.
Who drove the number? What number is this again? 14.
Oh, here. Oh no.
For a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, let me count actually here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 20 races between the 2003 and 2004 seasons with, I won't start the timer yet, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 of them being in 2003. He was born February 22nd, 1977. Currently is 42 years old and from Houston, Texas. He has run 23 Cup races over 2 years. His first race was the 2003 Subway 400 at Rockingham. His last race was the 2004 Samsung Radio Shack 500 at Texas. 0 wins, 0 top 10, 0 poles. He has run 67 races over 3 years in the Xfinity Series. First race was 2001 Napa Auto Parts 300 at Daytona. His last race was 2007 Winn-Dixie 250 at Daytona. 0 wins, 0 poles, 2 top 10s. And in the Truck Series, he's run 3 races over 3 years. First race was 2007 Chevy Silverado Heavy Duty 250 at Daytona. And his last race was 2009 Next Era Energy Sources 250 at Daytona. I will assume that the other race was a 2008 race. Right. 0 wins, 0 top 10, 0 poles.
Initials.
What? You're minute 15 in. I don't think so. There's one hint I'm going to give you with 5 seconds left, and it's going to be a dead giveaway. Oh, yeah. He is a semi-retired NASCAR and IndyCar driver.
Oh, IndyCar, that's why.
I don't want to say who his biological grandson and adopted son of blah, blah, blah.
14?
What?
In the 03-04 season he had?
There's no 03-04 season.
Oh,
between those 2 seasons, he had 20 races. He ran 17 of those 20 in the 2003 season in the 14 car. In 1990, I'm sorry, he began racing in 93 in the go-kart ranks and won his first race 2 years later. He would win the state championship in his first year in the 125cc competition 1 year later. In 97, he began running USAC's Formula 2000 series. He won 2 races in the SCCA series in 1999. The next year, he made a stock car racing debut at the in the American Speed Association, also known as ASA, where he won the pole for the Winchester. Won the pole at Winchester Speedway for the Winchester 400.
Winchester.
And had 4 top 10s. In addition, he made his first attempt at Winston Cup racing in Atlanta in his father's backup car, but missed the field. The same year, he graduated from Texas Christian University, TCU, with a degree in communications. Alright, you have 15 seconds left. If I'm not mistaken, he owes somebody $75.
Larry Foyt, baby! Well, I'll be danged.
You know why I chose Larry Foyt now?
Because he owes TP $75.
That son of a bitch owes him $75.
In one of the greatest stories of all time.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, mama.
In case you're not clued in, so TP is a flagman at Berlin Raceway.
Oh, we love TP.
And there's a driver there who's racing super late models named Scott Thomas. And so, this is, imagine this from the point of view that I'm TP. So me and Scotty are down at Winchester. And for the Winchester 400 in 2000.
Okay, so meanwhile, I'm in the back, crying, laughing.
Yeah. And the mobster, Scott's dad, was running, they did like any other, group of people, they did a gambling pool.
Oh my!
Well, the pool got so big they had to start a second pool. All right. Well, with TP and Scotty being as smart guys as they are, they decide to go in together, being a nice Dutch boys. They decide to go in together, and then split the winnings. They get Tim Sauter. As luck would have it, they get Tim Sauter in both pools. Yeah. All right. Tim Sauter, and quote TP, is running like a rape tape that race, supposedly. And this is the part where the time Schmo comes and he's like, no, he wasn't. He was not going to win that race. And then, he is chasing down Gary Santamont. And then Larry Foyt puts it in the wall and there's a caution. And Gary Santamont beats Tim Sauter out of the pits and wins the race. So, but it didn't matter because we had Gary Santamont in one of the pools. But still, yeah. we had the money in our hands. So, Larry Foyt owes them to $75. Oh, jeez.
It doesn't get much better than that.
That son of a bitch owes me $75. Give me a break. Good lord.
That is a dang great story. Let me tell you right now.
Alright. Finish up the show here. Thank you very much for watching this episode of the IHN show. We certainly hope you enjoy. Are we doing a live stream after this?
Absolutely.
Okay. If you did enjoy, please like down below and then subscribe to our channel to be up to date in the video releases and hit the bell icon so you can get notified when we do upload a new episode. Be able to just make the show better and easier to produce and in turn be more productive. Please support us on Patreon. Link to that down below. If you'd like to contact the show, it is ihnshow@gmail.com and that'll be in the description and in the outro screen. If you'd like to start a conversation in the comments, just please do so. We just request there's no mean or vulgar language.
Racism, politics, and sexism is not allowed.
Just use common sense before you type. We're all here for good fun. If you'd like to download the podcast, it is on Apple Podcasts. If you don't have Apple, if you have any other type of media, you can download the Podbean app and download it via there. Just type in IHN Show and bloop, just like that. If you'd like to follow us on Twitter, our Twitter handle is at IHN Show. Alright, the white flag's in the air. You got anything to add?
You know how I always say racism, politics, and sexism is not allowed before we end the show. You know, I should also say that Larry Foyt hatred talk either is or isn't allowed based on TP. I would assume it is, since he owes him $75.
That son of a bitch owes him $75. Good lord, give me a break.
Oh my gosh, dude. I love getting TP going on that story. It's so funny.
Alright. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. So, to finish this off, the next IndyCar race, IndyCar and NASCAR both have Father's Day weekend off. The next IndyCar race is Sunday, June 23rd at 12 p.m. Eastern at one of the greatest road circuits in America, Road America, on NBC.
The Big Boy Network.
The next NASCAR race is also Sunday, June 23rd at 3 p.m. Eastern at Sonoma in Wine Country, or is what you still call it,
Sears Point,
on FS1.
The Lil Boy Network.
For the last race on Fox of the season, and the last race Darrell Waltrip will do in the TV booth.
Mm-hmm.
We hope you can join us on Friday. Have a great rest of your week. That son of a bitch owes me $75.